There's a piece of music called Spiegel im Spiegel, which is by a composer called Evo Part. And that just seems to have the right rhythm. And I listen to that. And there's another piece of music. This is a piece of music that I co-composed. So this is a plug, but it's not a commercial plug because I think it's on Spotify and it's free to listen to. And it's called Soul of the Shaman. And the background to this music is that the beat is exactly 60 beats per minute. And you wouldn't notice this unless I've told you, but underneath the whole music, and you can only hear it when the music is quiet, you will hear a heartbeat beating at 60 beats per minute. Now, my theory, and it's only a theory, could be absolute, rubbish, but I think if a baby is in the womb, that's the kind of noise that they would hear, and when their mother would be sleeping, probably the pulse rate would be about 60.
Soul of the Shaman. So now you use that music yourself.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's terrible listening to your own music, but
I don't think it's terrible at all listening to your own music. You just said
egoistic, isn't it?
Yeah, but you just said that you created the music because you felt you sorted out a problem that you couldn't solve with other people's music.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, that's the truth, Tony, and it's also a nice reframe. Yeah, actually, for that.
Yeah,
yeah.
So the beat in the music. Remind me again. The beat in the music is exactly
60 beats per minute.
Okay, and you think that would replicate the sound of the beating heart that you'd hear in the womb? I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, Steve, isn't it, or not?
It might be a bit of a stretch. Who knows? But all I know is that it's a relaxing beat. And in fact, as you were talking just now, I don't have a stopwatch in my hand, but it seemed to me that you were speaking at about 60 beats per minute.
Okay, so the kind of the melody of the rhythm of my voice was at a certain pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that you know a little bit about hypnosis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the cadence of a voice is very important in hypnosis, or can be.
And then you listen to heart rate variability. You do the heart rate variability.
Yeah.
And the music, well, music does do that, doesn't it? It does help you. I mean, talk about hypnosis just there.
Yeah.
It does help get you into a different state. And that's the definition of a trance, isn't it? Any altered state is a trance.
Correct. Correct. A lot of people think if you're in trance, you've got to be walking around like a zombie, from the Lost Dead. It's not like that at all. We all go in and out of light trance every single day. We don't have to call it hypnosis. But it's a very nice place to be. Some people call it daydreaming. I think Einstein used to call it that, and he said that's when he has his best ideas. Some of my work is with elite athletes and sports people, and I think just about all of them use music, especially just before an event, mental preparation, and they choose it themselves. You can't choose music for another person. It's a very personal thing.
So get a Spotify playlist together of music that somehow inspires you, music that reminds you of when you did whatever you do best.
Yeah.
And then layer on even more good feelings of it by listening to it a couple of times and closely associating seeing and hearing and feeling exactly how you felt at that point when it was going great.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful technique to use.